Welcome to Home Team Advantage. I'm Gary Gimbetti along with Mike Egan, back for another week. This is maybe a record.
2 in a row.
Yeah, because we've been off the air for some time, but
Too bad we couldn't be like the football team couldn't be like us and win 2 in a row.
2 in a row. Well, it would have been nice last night had they been able to pull that game out.
Yeah.
And the score, it sounds silly or funny to say, but the score's not indicative of how the
Kids played.
game actually went. They played first half. They gave up the one touchdown, I think, on Duluth East's first possession, and they had their chances to score and couldn't put the ball into the red zone.
One thing this team has proven this year, even though the record, as you said, doesn't show it, is as past teams have done, they don't quit.
No.
Yeah, they keep playing. And maybe some of the kids that are second and third string don't get to play as much as they want to, but when they do, they need to produce. And I think that's some of the problem that the football program's having right now. And they'll only get better.
Well, yeah, it's a matter of stepping up when you get your opportunity.
Yep.
And you have to make. I mean, in football, it's easy. I'm not going to get this right, but it's simple. It's block, tackle, and run the ball.
Yep.
And whatever, or throw the ball or whatever. Maybe there's four things there, and they were doing that just fine in the first half. They were running the ball, they were throwing the ball, they were blocking, they were tackling, and then they came out after halftime, and I don't know what happened.
Switch it around a little bit.
Yeah, the East took their first drive, and they have a sophomore quarterback who took it. I asked the coach. He said he took it upon himself to make sure that first drive of the third quarter was something they were never going to forget, and he led them all the way down to the 1, and then their running back took it over from the 1 yard out to make it 12-0. And Hibbing they just couldn't find enough consistency on offense. They had some nice plays. They connected on some long passes. I know Krumpetich had Evan a body on a long pass, and he hit Miko Bobin on a long pass. But they
shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and on the Abadi pass, he just got caught from behind.
Yeah.
And he was well ahead of that guy, but that East kid took off. I mean, and he caught up to him like lickety split. I mean, and he got dragged out. I was just hoping he wouldn't fumble because that kid was coming up on him so quick, and he didn't. And he held on, and he had a nice catch, and they just got the ball inside the red zone, and all of a sudden everything stalled. Yeah. Last drive of the game, and then another nice drive, another nice pass from Krumpetich to Miko Bobin, and unfortunately, he got just some East kid just dove and hit his foot, and it took him down there. I mean, okay, fine, nice tackle, but then they got the ball inside the 15, and just all of a sudden again.
Well, if they can put a couple of offensive plays together and score a few times, and they've done that in some of the games that they've won this year, but the consistency is not there, and that's what I think they need to work on a little bit more, and that'll come with time, and that'll come with the kids.
Well, and before we even talk playoffs there, I mean, we just say his offensive line, Matt's offensive line is juniors and younger, I believe, and they did an admirable job this year.
Yep.
For being so young, I think there's a freshman in there, and there's three sophomores, and maybe one junior. I thought he said he had a senior at center though, but maybe he didn't. I don't recall. But I sit there and look at it, and I was wondering last night out loud that what must it be like to have a high school team with like a D1 player on it?
Yeah.
I mean, and. Not that none of these kids can do that, but if you're an offensive lineman and you work hard, you lift, you get your skill position down. There's no reason why you couldn't go on and play at the college level, whether it be D1, D2, or D3.
Get your feet worked down to what you should be. And I mean, when you think about it, when was the last D1, D2 lineman from Hibbing?
That's...
The late Kurt?
Maybe Kurt, but he, obviously he went to North Dakota.
All right.
And I don't know if that was, now obviously now I think they're D1
D1
now.
now.
They're FBS or FBC. I don't know, too many alphabetical letters or numbers in there. But
You know what FBS stands for?
well, I don't want to find out from you. I mean, I know it's not going to be what it actually stands for. And you know, Deion Harris went to North Dakota, but I mean, he was a safety, obviously, or a defensive back. But there's now the kid, and they were dedicated this year. They lifted and all that stuff. Now next year they're going to be a year older, year stronger, and
They can compete.
oh yes.
So
And getting to the playoffs, it sounds like either they're going to go to Esco
or two
or Two Harbors. Now, there's no reason why they can't go there. Those teams aren't like they used to be.
They're not the powerhouse they used to
No,
have.
they're not. Two Harbors runs everything. They're so precise in what they do, but you have to you know what they're going to do. You know where your reads are. Just follow your reads and don't do anything out of the ordinary.
Right. But again, that just comes back to Esco, who last year had a D1 player and dominated.
Well,
2
years ago.
Had a D1 player who dominated
Yeah.
and now he's at the University of Minnesota, and Flex thinks he's the next thing next to God. I mean,
Well, yeah, well, he had a pick six the other day, and he did have 5 interceptions last year. So you got to give Coy his.
Yep. No, he's a great
for
player.
that. He's a good player.
I was trying to make the example where you mentioned if you got a couple D1 players
Yeah.
on your team, it makes a big difference.
That's right. You could, if you had a D1 lineman and an offensive lineman, you'd run behind him every time because you'd probably gain yards.
Oh yeah,
3 to 4 yards a carry if you could. But they got to remember, they got to run hard. When they get that ball, you got to run into that line. I know you're going to get hit, but you got to run hard, and you're going to gain 3 or 4 yards at a crack, even though you might,
Well, it's always easier to be the hitter and not the hittee.
That's right. Run into somebody and
your
make
head
them
down.
pay for it. Yeah, make them pay for it.
Well, hopefully they play well.
Well, they do, and again, even Esco. There's no reason why they can't beat Esco if they put a full 48 minutes of football together.
Right.
And I know we probably haven't won a playoff game, and probably, who knows? I can't even
think the last time they won a playoff game would have been when Mr. Tinter was the quarterback.
That's probably true. Yeah.
They upset it. If I remember right, they upset like the number 1 or number 1-2 in the first playoff game, and then they lost the second game. So
Yeah. So
Eli.
The opportunity is there for them. Have a good few days of practice here because obviously it's a quick turnaround because playoffs start on Tuesday. So they have to they'll heal up today, probably I don't know if they'll have any kind of practice today, but practice Saturday, Friday, if you can practice Saturday, have a good practice on Monday, and then head off to wherever you're going and play well. You've done yourselves proud. You might be 3-5 right now, but the 3 wins is the most we've had since like 2015 or something like that. So you've done yourselves proud. You have no reasons to hang your heads. Just go out there in that playoff game and play your best. And who knows, maybe you'll be playing in the semifinals after that. Anything's possible.
And who knows what the weather will bring.
Well, I was going to say we got pretty fortunate this year with the weather for football games. I think one night in Chisholm it was pretty cool. It was kind of cool out, but it wasn't bad. So yeah, you got through pretty much unscathed with the weather. No rain and pretty much sunshine, no snow. Now, obviously, the deeper you go into October and November, things could change. But
well, they won a couple games. I'm sorry, if they win a couple games, then they're on the turf indoors somewhere.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a fact. Well, I think the state semifinals go indoors. I think the quarterfinals are all out at different spots around the state, wherever you end up. So.
And as we mentioned, that the 9-man I think it's the 9-man championship game will be played on the Hibbing Field.
Yeah, that'll be in what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, I think. Yeah.
Well, they play Tuesday, Saturday, and then the next week. So yeah, it's about a week and a half or so. So, or maybe 2 weeks. somewhere in there. So yeah, Hibbing's going to finally host a game on a nice field. I think it's a beautiful field. I had people complain about the color of it, but
It's unique.
oh yeah, just like the Boise State field when we first saw that blue that they had on their field. So yeah, you don't want to do the same thing as everybody
Well, let's
else.
put it this way. It's not the color of the field that affects how the games are played.
No, it isn't. It's the 22 guys on the field that affect how the game is played.
Okay, what else?
Volleyball, I know they went to Grand Rapids this
Got
week,
beat.
but I haven't seen anything or heard anything.
Yeah, I think it was 3-0.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean they're trying, they're playing their best. I know they had an injury. Last year they lost one of their better players to an injury for the whole season, and this year one of their seniors, I believe,
Got injured.
was injured, so she hasn't been playing. So again, injuries have affected them. So just hey, go out there and just play hard. That's all you can do. Play hard. I see other teams like Chisholm and them play, and you just the way they dig balls up, it's unbelievable. No, it's not that Hibbing doesn't do that, but you have to be smart, and you have to be able to read those hitters and dig those balls up. But again, there's the height. There's no height.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help.
When the opposing team is looking over the net at you, there's a little height disadvantage there.
Yeah. And I've seen some height out there. I mean, I think Northwood's had some height, and there's another team out there that I saw had some height at the net. So, it's sometimes if you train right, you can jump. That's great. But, do your best.
Yep.
That's all you can do. Swimming, they were second at the True Team sectional last Saturday to Grand Rapids. True Team States today, I believe, down at the University of Minnesota Aquatic Center. And Rapids would be the only team that was going. I haven't heard if they've dropped out or not, which would, I think, send Hibbing down there, but I haven't heard from Coach Venziano, so I'm assuming they're not going.
Okay.
So that's season's, well, in November they'll have their section swim meet, and we'll see how they do there.
Cross country.
Cross country, they were second. Both teams were, I believe, second again in Proctor.
Yep.
But not by much this time. I think they were both close.
It was, yes, it was. And they're especially the girls' side. They're running well. They've got 4 or 5 good runners, and I have to say hats off to my granddaughter because she took a minute off her time.
Ooh, well,
and came in 8th, and this is against AA schools. So, but she has some girls that she runs, and they had I think Miss Farnsworth was still hurting a little bit, but she did run.
Okay.
And and they got their, what is it, the district? This
section's coming up, I believe, on the 23rd. Yes.
So we'll see how they do, because there'll be some stiff competition for them there, and if they can do a 5-peat, is that what they call it? Or?
Well, yeah, it'd be a 5-peat if they could win that section. Now again, Hermantown's been the class of the section this year. They've got, I know, 3 good runners, and they got the Lucarelli girls and I can't think of her name. It starts with an F, but I can't think of it.
Fast.
Yeah, she's fast. So so it'll be a challenge for them. But again, the top 2 teams advance.
Right.
So they can still, even if they play second, they can still advance to state. And the only other team other than Hermantown would be Chisago Lakes, unless there's some hidden team out there I don't know about that Please hasn't mentioned, or maybe I'll mention it when I do a story with them next week. But they have a chance as long as she's taking a minute off her time. They know they can run 5K. That's not the issue. It's the issue is going fast.
Right.
And beating your body down for that 18 to 20 minutes you're running.
Yeah.
And then after you're done, about 10 minutes later, it's not like you even ran. So
Well, her dad asked her, "How do you feel?" She goes, "My legs feel like Jello."
yeah, Yeah, but I bet she felt good after.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
bet she felt really
Yeah.
good if she took a minute
Yeah.
off her time.
Yeah. But the boys, again, as you had mentioned in previous shows, some of the 2, 3, 4, 5 guys need to step up and take a little time off their, what do they call it, the personal best
Personal best, yeah.
Yeah.
Personal, yeah, PRs.
PRs.
Yeah.
So,
And they finished only like 8 or 9 points behind Cloquet.
right.
So they're all they got to do is move up a little bit. And again, you know that Wally, Janicic, and Janicic are gonna be right up there in that
Yep.
top 10. So now it's just a matter of the other 4 runners moving up
Moving up.
themselves. And just that on that section day, we're not coaching them, but just move up, run as hard as you can. Well, you don't want to burn yourself out, obviously, in the first mile.
No.
So you got to pace yourself for that first mile, and then after that,
Katie
just
by the door.
just think of what the carrot is in front of you that you're looking to achieve.
You know, I got in a lot of trouble a few years mentioning something about a carrot in front of the cart in the Chisholm band. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Oh,
They're in the
the drum and
Jubilee.
bugle
The
card?
drum and bugle cart.
Yeah, I don't think you use the term carrot.
No, they had the cheerleaders in front of them. They kept them. Anyways,
But
but
yeah,
that'd be a great accomplishment for both the boys and girls to make
at the
in
same.
the state. So
And the boys again haven't gone to state since 2000, I think.
yeah, they just messed out by a couple
Well,
points
the last 2
year.
years they
Yeah.
were finished third, not far behind the second place team. But they've been beaten up on those teams, so it's just a matter of who
Put it together.
puts it together on that last day, and Hibbing certainly has that opportunity. You just have to be motivated enough and burn yourself out, because it's if you don't make it, it's your last race.
And it seems that they run a little bit better in the cooler weather. I don't know if that's
No, that would be a fact, because you heat up, but if it's too warm, it's gonna affect you a little bit.
well, it's not like you and I. We heat up and 2 minutes later we're cool.
I think I'm cool all the time, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. But yeah, so good luck to them. And I think that
That should cover the
wraps it up.
fall sports for high school.
Yeah, and girls hockey, we said, will probably be starting here at the end of October.
Yeah, you said that before we went on the air.
Oh, did I say that? Yeah, I said that before we went on the air. So pretty soon, you're going to be
Girls basketball starts, boys basketball will start. So the winter sports, boys hockey. What else we got in the winters?
swimming
Swimming
and
and
wrestling.
wrestling and-
so yeah.
So the busier time of the school year starts to roll around. So, but yeah, it's I think it's going to be a good year for Hibby and their basketball program, the hockey program. They got a lot of kids coming back. Basketball does. So
New coach for girls hockey
new
this
girls
year.
coach. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And hats off to Coach Hyde, Pete Hyde. You know, I think at our meeting the other night, he mentioned he gets to go deer hunting for the first time in 45 years.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And he did a lot for the program, so hats off to Mr.
Well, both
Hyde.
boys and girls, because
Yeah.
he was working with the boys program before he got
Took on the
involved with
girls.
the girls.
Right.
So yeah,
So good luck hunting.
yep, have fun. Enjoy it while you can.
Yes. Life's too short, as we've seen this past week with some of the different incidents that have come up. And
Yeah.
sports, North,
Well, the Twins,
no manager yet.
the latest I heard was they want to talk to Nick Punto.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, if that's the direction they want to go, then more power to them.
How about all the ex-Twins that are doing so well in the playoffs? What's the second baseman for the
Well,
Seattle
Jorge
Mariners?
Polanco, and he hit his home run off of Arlen though.
Yeah,
So I guess that I don't know how well that worked
Well,
out, but
but-
I never thought the Twins bullpen was that good with all those guys there.
well, he basically won the first couple of games for Seattle because he drove in the winning run and he hit that home run to go up by 2. And right now he's the MVP of the
Mhm.
playoffs.
That's right.
So
But yeah, I don't know. Nick Puno doesn't draw any interest from me, but it doesn't matter what
No.
I think. I mean,
why don't they go out and get somebody that's not associated with the system?
Mm.
But then they'll get some retread from Boston or some guy that's been there for 20 years or 30 years. So,
Well, and I suppose it just depends who that guy is. I mean, there's probably obviously there's quality managers out there, but
oh, sure there is, but
depends what they want for salary, I suppose.
they need a Billy Martin type guy.
Yeah,
Just
somebody strong.
don't take crap, and if you don't want to play, sit your ass up. Sit on the bench.
I want to mention that I guess they had that weird double play the other night in the LA Milwaukee
that.
series where the guy hit the ball to the warning, the bases were loaded, and he hit the ball less than 2 out. He hit the ball the deep center or whatever it was, and the ball hit the fielder's glove and then bounced off the wall.
Oh,
And he caught it again. But these are professional athletes now. Remember this, and professional base coaches.
right.
Soon as the ball hits the glove, you can tag and run.
Correct.
Doesn't matter if he catches it or not.
Correct.
It's first touch.
Right.
Okay, why wasn't that runner on third tagging anyway to go home and then just run home? I don't understand.
That's your third base coach's.
That's the third base coach and that's the runner because he's dumb enough to not realize that.
Well, look how many running errors the Twins had this year.
Well,
It's like they don't know how to run the bases.
they all do it. I get it. But you got to know the rules there. And, the guys on second and first, I mean, they're maybe in limbo a little bit because they don't know. But even if the guy at second tags up, he can go. As soon as the guy touches the ball, he doesn't have to catch it. He just has to touch it.
Well, when the ball's hit that deep to the outfield, the guy in third base should be tagging no matter what.
And the guy at second should be tagging
Right.
no matter what
Yep.
to get the third. So, I mean, that double play should have never happened if you had some smarter
Yep.
coaching and some smarter base running. Timber, the Wild, what have you seen so far from them?
Well, I saw one good game. Then look, they played Dallas the other night, and they got their shooter. I got to give them that. And by signing Kaprizov, they have that sniper, the guy that he had a goal that from the side that you're wondering
Yeah.
he's putting it in a spot this big, but other than that, there's nobody else on that. Rossi hasn't stepped up.
Well, Boldy has stepped up a little bit.
Yeah.
And Rossi has got a couple goals, I think.
And
I don't,
Harrison X is, I think, playing a little bit harder than everybody thought he was too timid, but he seems to be. He stands in front of the net and takes a beating. But
well, the obvious, the shocking thing is they have 9 or 10 power play goals already.
right. Well, they can't score otherwise.
Well, yeah, they can't score 5-on-5,
Yeah.
but put them on the power. But that was an issue last year, was not scoring on the power play. Their penalty kill was the other issue, and
Yep.
I know I think they gave up 2 the other night against Dallas, but I think before that they had been pretty good on
Yep.
it.
And that young kid looked pretty good in the nets.
Yeah, Wallstedt, yes,
Yep.
looked really good. Gustafson is the one he just signed that new contract.
Yeah,
He better start playing up to it. I know he had a shutout his first game, but he I don't know. Of course, Zach Bogosian seems like a really nice guy when you see him interviewed off the ice. He scored an own goal the other night against Dallas because the puck went off his skate.
Yeah.
So my joke is, and I don't want to
belittle the guy.
well, I don't want to belittle him because he can obviously play in the NHL. I mean,
Yep.
he's got the skill and he's got the talent. He can skate and that stuff. But that might be the only goal he scores this year.
You and I have been doing this show for too long because when you don't have the words, I say the words that you're gonna say. So that's kind of like a married couple.
Thank you. When's the divorce? But yeah,
Divorce?
I don't know. I mean, it's the team is no different than it was last year.
Nope.
Tarasenko hasn't, as far as I know, done anything.
Yeah.
Nico Sturm is out. Who knows when because he had surgery on his back.
Yeah.
So we're not going to find out about him. And of course, the teams they have trouble with every year:
Our Western teams.
Las Vegas,
The Kings.
Colorado, and Dallas.
Yep.
They again got their drawers blown. It was 2 empty net goals, though, I
Yep.
guess, for Dallas. So I guess that you can take them off the hook a little bit for that.
Timberwolves. What
Well,
do you
they
think?
start next week.
Yeah.
They're like 2.5-point favorites over Portland, which you'd think would be a little bit
They're playing at home.
more. No, it's in
Not
Portland. but maybe that's why they're only 2.5 because it's on the road. But Portland, Damian Lillard's not even playing because he's got that Achilles injury, and I can't believe Portland's that much better than they were last year, and they weren't very good last year.
And the King James, he's out for what, 4 to 5 weeks?
Oh, at least, yeah, he's got. What was his issue?
It was old. Dirt.
That's part of it. I can't remember what was wrong with him though. It was something that wasn't good.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it was now.
But I watched the LA play Dallas last night for a little bit, and I really don't care. They even said it last night that the NBA, professional basketball, everybody plays for the three-pointer, and it just ruins the game. They have no set play. Just come down, throw it up. Come down, throw it up. And nobody follows their shot. It's not even fun to watch. Although that number 1 draft kid that I think he plays for Dallas, he looked pretty good last night.
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag.
Yeah. Yeah, they beat them. They hammered the Lakers last night.
But then Dallas has 2 former LA players playing for him. The center.
What's his name? You're not answering this one. For
Anthony
me.
Edwards is one.
No, not Anthony Edwards.
No, not Anthony Edwards. Maybe.
Yeah. The eyebrow.
The eyebrow guy.
I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah.
Davis.
Anthony Davis. Yes.
And then, and Luka, I don't think he'll be able to carry the Lakers if LeBron is out.
Yeah.
But he'll be good. I mean, he's always been good. Vikings.
They're going to lose.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to beat Philadelphia.
Well, Philadelphia comes in mean because they lost 2 in a row now.
Yeah.
The only reason why you think that the Vikings could win is because their Eagles' offense hasn't been very good.
And who's our quarterback this week?
Well, they're still debating that.
They're still debating.
And it sounds like Wentz.
Ugh.
If you wanted to go percentages, I'd say 80-20. It's probably Wentz because McCarthy hasn't practiced much. They've been holding him out a little bit, so I'm sure it's going to be Wentz is going to start.
We'll see.
But they have to. Oh, we're going over our time,
yes.
I guess. But we'll see what happens, and then we'll talk about it next week.
Playing at home.
Yep. All right. Well, we've come to the end of another show.
30 seconds over.
For Mike Egan, I'm Gary Giambetti. We'll see you again on Home Team Advantage.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Up North Lettering specializes in embroidery and heat vinyl press applications, along with patches and letter jackets. For more information, call them at 218-966-7850. HPAT would like to thank them for their donation and support.